Upon arrival at Lopez Canyon, Etta stepped out of the car and was overwhelmed with an immediate intense feeling of dread. She was sure that Melanie had been to this location and that something horrible had happened to her there.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drip Podcast. How are we all doing? I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is swell. And how I've been training in the gym. I hope everyone is swole. How are we all doing? Are we alright?
I mean, Maya's absolutely packing there.
Yeah.
That's it. For the audio listeners, Maya is flexing.
Cover that up. Don't want to distract the podcast, you see.
How are we all doing? Scott, you wearing a Manchester United hat?
I am.
What possessed you to do that?
It was the first one I found. It was on top of the pile because I bought it at Old Trafford a few weeks ago, so it was like, that'll do.
Nice.
Nice. Lozzie, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well. What
Excellent.
I literally, you said what this podcast is going to be about, and I've already forgotten. I know you're going to tell the viewers anyway.
So, I had an epiphany.
Yeah, I'm fine too. Thank you for asking.
No. No.
Honestly,
I've
had a lovely day.
had your flexing moment, and that was your moment in the intro.
Wow. I'll just mute this for the rest. No, I'll just mute this, shall I? For the rest of the pod.
Maya, how you doing?
I was fine. No, I'm good, thanks. I want to, for the visual listeners, I want to apologise for the state of my room. I am in a wedding storage cupboard for the next
Maya's
11
room
months.
has been turned into a storage cupboard. My room has been turned into a Gengar shrine. But here we are. I also have something I want to reveal. And for those people who have missed what the next design is going to be, I've got stickers just to tease it even more. Look at this. Damnation stickers. Going to be giving these away on the Patreon. Go over to patreon.co.uk or patreon.com/DoRhino. They're also going to be, I'm going to throw in a sticker with each Damnation shirt so you can rep a sticker wherever you like. Okay. While we're on the subject of the Patreon, we're actually doing this live for the patrons. So there's an audience link on Riverside, this platform that we're using right now. So if you want to be in the studio with us while we are recording, and there is actually a call-in option, which we will probably not use today, but
maybe
we will use at some point. In fact, I'm going to take this opportunity just to go over to the chat right now. What's up? This is sick, says Brad. There we go.
Thanks, Brad.
That's all you need. That's all the testimony you need. Right, okay. Anyway, what is today's pod about? So, like I said, I had an epiphany. Last week, we did conspiracies, not quite paranormal. I did mine. It was like King Charles being a vampire. Kind of bridged the gap very loosely. So, we want to do true crime episodes. But let's bridge the gap. How do you bridge the gap between paranormal and true crime?
I hear you ask.
I hear you ask, in Maya's voice. Psychic detectives.
Mic drop.
Yes. But not just... Lossie, I hear you now. Shut the fuck up. It's all bullshit. Oh, I'm fucking quitting. Yeah. We hear it every week in the group chat, Lozzie. Yeah, we know we have to convince you to stay every week.
Well, you're about to hear it on the pod.
But I'm hoping, because I tasked Scott with this, I'm hoping this is one of the ones I was implying where they solve the case.
Oh, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that's it.
It's fine, it is.
It is, yeah.
Spoilers for the case, it is.
So I've seen it. There's on like 5-star in the UK, there's always like psychic detective at 5:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. And then it's like, just some random woman who's a psychic, and she's like, I just had a call into this case, so I took a look and I stepped in a puddle and I saw the boy, he was drowning. And then it turns out they drowned and they fight, and it's fucking insane. And it's like, how do they do that? They must be actually psychic. So that's what we're doing today. And then if you guys like this, then we're going full-blown true crime for an episode or two here and there. We're not going to, don't worry. The Drip Paranormal does, by its namesake, have to stay paranormal. But we can introduce conspiracy and true crime. And we will
Wait,
do.
how can we turn Drip into something true crime related? So Duty Rhino
Drit.
investigates
crimes that are true.
No, it needs to start with P,
Dritrica.
Jordan.
What?
If you find a word that starts with P that's related to true
A word
crime,
that starts with P. Duty Rhino investigates punctured lungs with knives.
Prison sentences.
Prison sentences.
words of
Prisoners
murder.
before they were caught, but they were doing the crime. What would that be? Drip. No, I'm not even going to try.
What's patricide? What's that?
I have no idea.
Parent side, I think, is one of the ones, is it? Parental side? Is that where... That's like a fucking Chris Watts thing. Oh, no, it's
I've got
familiar
it.
side. What is
I've got it. Duty Rhino investigates putting to death.
Bosh. Death sentences only.
Yep.
We go for the big dogs. That's what we do on this channel. We go after the big sausage. Yeah. If they ain't on death row, we ain't fucking interested.
Get us the Cumberlands.
That's it. There's no
It's the-
Richmonds
the
around here,
jumbo-
son.
Jumbo battered sausage from fish and chips.
Yes!
That's it. That's what we had. That's what we had
That's what we
this
had for
evening.
dinner. You see,
Oh,
That's
we
it.
sold a table on Facebook Marketplace and
And we
then
celebrated.
immediately spent the money on a takeaway. So
that's how the
A
economy
good use
works.
of funds.
Exactly. Do you know, Lozzie, I was drinking, and I was going to say that if I weren't sipping. That is the economy in a nutshell.
you were sipping.
we're not an
Lozzie was
economical-
spitting.
Exactly, but we're not an economics podcast.
We're not.
We could be.
That's
Duty Rhino
the
investigates
next spin-off.
currency.
Duty Rhino investigates the economy. Drite. D-R-I-T-E. Drite.
Nice.
Anyway, there's people at home, there's people driving in their cars, there's people live here in the audience that are screaming for Scott to say the words psychic investigator.
Okay. So,
Doesn't say it.
we'll get to it.
He's waiting.
That he's biding his time.
Building the suspense.
He's a master of
you
his
see.
craft. Let's see it. Like, oh, let's get it,
This
Scott. Here we
case
go.
is titled Etta Smith's Psychic Vision.
Ooh.
So, on December the 17th, 1980, Etta Smith, a woman in her early 30s who worked for an aerospace company based in Burbank, California, heard a news story that triggered a frightening vision. Etta has no history of psychic visions and had never experienced anything like this before, but hearing the headline, 31-year-old nurse Melanie Uribe hadn't been seen for days and investigators feared the worst, set Etta off, and her unusual episode began when she heard a voice in her head that she claims it was a mental thought, but it was as if someone was speaking to her that wasn't herself.
Okay.
And she heard it say, "She's not in a house." And after that thought registered, it was as if she saw a picture. She saw a canyon area, a road, and it was curving. She saw a dirt path, shrubbery, and she saw white through the shrubbery. She couldn't clearly see what that white was, but it was something distinctively white. And she thought, well, if what I'm experiencing is the possibility of where this person could be, maybe the white I see is her uniform, knowing that she was a nurse. The vision was so realistic that Etta felt she had no choice but to report it to the police, claiming she couldn't just let it go because she kept wondering if this person needed help, and if their life depended on that help, it would be very wrong of her not to do something. So that was the
I'd be
initial
too
vision.
embarrassed. to do it if I was her.
See, now that's a shame, Mike, because what I was about to say is, Etta, fair play. It's great that she saw what she saw and thought, I can't not. I thought you were going to say, like, she jumped in her car and headed over there, but to report it to the police, that's huge.
I think the thing is, though, like, you got to tread carefully with this, because if you are right, why would you know this unless you were involved?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But you should hopefully have a solid alibi. But if you imagine
Well,
that,
maybe
imagine
not.
you don't. Imagine you're just like chilling at home alone.
Yeah, which
No ring
most
doorbell.
people do all the time. That's it.
Yeah.
30 quid camera off Amazon, Tapo camera, you have an alibi for life. If
Exactly.
you are just someone that stays at home.
Yeah, do it. Just in case you have a psychic vision of where someone is.
Doesn't necessarily
Exactly.
help if you
I'm-
are a murderer.
Right, I'm going to interject here. And I've
You
told
are
this
already
many...
speaking. Who are you interjecting against? Yourself?
Jordan, let me just interrupt you for a second there, right? I wanna
Hold
say
up,
that
Jordan.
anecdote.
My turn.
Right, this is abuse in the workplace. No, right. So for the visual watchers, yeah. You see this scar on my nose here. See that
The trauma.
scar here?
It was me.
Yeah, this is my trauma. No, well, but I've said this a few times, but some people might not have heard it, and I feel like this is relevant right now, specifically to what this woman has just done. Right. So this woman is just chilling, and she's like, ugh! She's had a vision. She's seen something that makes no sense. So, when I was a child, when I was a young boy, a young,
Supple.
supple, succulent boy, right?
A succulent child?
A
A
succulent...
succulent demon child?
I need to clip that. That was great from the
I
Phasmophobia.
love that.
So, basically, I think I was like 8 or 9, and I wasn't allowed over to a certain park because it was across a main road, right? And my mum was out getting a sunbed, and I was out playing with my friends, and they all wanted to go over to this park, which was across a road I wasn't allowed to go to. And I did it anyway, because I'm a fucking legend. And we were all playing it or tag on this park, and I was on the climbing frame, and this kid jumped up, tagged me, but he pulled my foot. I lost my foot and I fell. I smashed my nose on the handlebar, like the crossbar thing, and basically bust my nose open. Don't know how I didn't break it, to be honest. I may well have done, actually. I was that young. But obviously nose pissing with blood. So I came home. My mum's then boyfriend was there, and I was on the sofa, blood pissing out of my nose. And my mum, who's having a sunbed, said that she just had this vision, this very extreme vision of me laying on the sofa covered in blood. So she ended her sunbed there and then. That's when you know it's serious, right? Ends the sunbed there and
Never
then,
catch me
comes
doing that.
home, and would you believe it? There I am laying on the sofa covered in blood. That, logically, cannot be explained at all.
That is very strange.
That's fucking mental.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, with this psychic stuff, that I don't know. I think there is some sort of connection somewhere.
Yeah.
My mum has also had experiences because my mum is an identical twin, and you know the whole like, when one feels pain, blah blah blah. I can't remember the specifics, but I know my mum has told me before that like something has happened to her sister Maria, and then she has felt something at the same time, then later found out that something happened. Which is fucking crazy. So,
Well, there's like so many occurrences where people who have really strong bonds, so like parents and children or siblings, are aware that that person has died the second that it happens. Like there's like stories of when you listen to like true crime cases and stuff. There's stories of parents that just immediately break down out of nowhere because they know that their child has died with no grounds to think that.
Mm-hmm.
So there is definitely a psychic connection when you have a relationship that strong, and that is super, super common, like with parents and children, to just know that those things are going on even without them being there, which is nuts.
Yeah, it is incredibly strange. Like,
Yeah.
just, like I said, how on earth, in that exact moment, why would my mum see me in her mind laying on the sofa? Bearing in mind, I had never laid on the sofa covered in blood up until that point.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy. And I don't care what anyone says, the chances, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. That is such a random act in a random room on a random piece of furniture with a random body part bleeding and all of those things in a random moment in time that would span my entire life, and she saw it, all those things coalescing at the same time.
And you're also supposed to be out. Like, it's not even like you were at home.
Yeah, I was supposed to be out.
So that rounds it down even more.
Yeah, and it's not like I was a mischievous little bastard either. That was the first time I'd ever defied the rules to cross the road.
And look what happened.
Look what happened. Look what happened.
That's what you get.
There we go. So, Scott, I'm really hoping that isn't the end of the story, because we'll be in trouble. Okay.
Of course it's not.
So after she reported it
See
to
you
the
next
police, Lee Ryan, a retired LAPD detective who was working on the case of the missing woman.
Sorry, can I just... Sorry.
He's
I know
interjecting.
I'm terrible. Sorry, I know I'm terrible. What is it with detectives not wanting to retire? Sorry, I'm a retired detective. I'm now a private investigator. They just can't. They just, bless them. Like, God love them. They do God's work. They just can't let it go, can they?
Have you ever heard of a retired private investigator? No, you haven't.
No.
Because they just continue forever.
Yeah, private investigators are just retired detectives.
Yeah.
It would be fucking cool, though. What do you do? I'm a PI.
Would you tell people that, though, or does that kind of detract from the...
Well, no, because I'd be like meta with it, because what they don't realise is the person asking me, I'm actually investigating them.
Genius.
But the logic is, well, he wouldn't tell me he's a private investigator if he was investigating me, would he? But I would, because now you're on the wrong track.
Are you legally allowed to do that?
Hey, I can do what I want. I'm retired.
I'm not a private investigator. I'm a public one.
That's it.
I'm still a PI.
Yeah. They just don't know what the P stands for.
So, Lee Ryan was working on the case of the missing woman, and he welcomed Etta's information. He states that he gave her lots of credibility due to the fact that she'd come in on her own accord. She claimed that her conscience was bothering her, which led him to believe that maybe she knew more than she was letting on, or that maybe she was genuine.
Scott is coughing for the audio listeners.
Based on her psychic vision...
Can I just tell a story?
Yeah,
there was this seminar that I had to watch today. It was like an online course, and this guy was literally dying. When I tell you that he was having the worst coughing fit for the full hour of this tutorial, and he kept muting it, but the way that he looked when he coughed was so traumatic. He would be like... I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's my story.
I have recovered from my cough in that time, thank you.
See? You're welcome.
So,
excellent.
based on her psychic vision, Etta narrowed down the area in LA County that she thought the missing nurse may be found to a place called Lopez Canyon. And despite Detective Ryan's willingness to listen to her, she was still worried that they wouldn't follow up on it. Because of this, less than 45 minutes after leaving the police station, she made the decision to travel to the location, alongside two of her daughters and her niece.
Jesus
A sort of
Christ.
family outing.
Playing with fire here.
And upon arrival at Lopez Canyon, Etta stepped out the car and was overwhelmed with an immediate intense feeling of dread. She was sure that Melanie had been to this location and that something horrible had happened to her there. So that's her second psychic vision or feeling. And she says she felt trauma and felt scared. It was like an energy that was like tingling inside of her. It was sort of like you feel when you get an adrenaline rush. Because of these feelings, she kept searching and eventually spotted some fresh tyre tracks. She stopped, and for reasons unknown to her, she wanted to look at these tyre tracks, and she wanted to put her hands in them. Something weird to do.
Sorry. At the start of this story, you said she'd never experienced psychic visions before.
No.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, this was her first and second sort of psychic
Yeah.
event, back to back. So she got the feeling from the tracks that the missing woman had been there, and when they got back in the minivan, the only thing she could think about is she wants to leave this place. She doesn't want to be here anymore. And then further down the canyon while leaving, Etta stopped again when Tina, her oldest daughter, saw something unusual in a brush. Etta says it was a body. The only thing she could truly distinguish, and know what it was that she had on white nurse's shoes. Because of this, hang on, I'm at the same bit again, hold on.
No worries.
She quickly contacted the police, and an autopsy determined that the body was indeed that of Melanie Uribe. She'd been robbed, raped and beaten to death. And that evening, Etta was summoned to the police station and was questioned by two detectives she'd never met before.
Surely.
Good.
They got her to explain how the whole thing unfolded, and after she finished telling them everything and had filled in the blanks, they got her to start from the beginning, going through the story again and again for about 10 hours.
Whoa.
At which point it became very clear to Etta that she was in fact a suspect.
Yeah.
I mean...
They're just like... She's just like, I can't believe I've helped them solve the crime. This is great. And then they're just like, so why did you kill her, you fucking bitch? She's like, what? Sorry?
The thing is, if she wasn't a suspect, I would be concerned. Because, like, if that was me as the victim, I would want her to be a suspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
She knew where the body was.
It's a bit sussy.
She's got no explanation for why she knew where the body was. After telling the police she knew where the body was, she went and touched all the evidence.
Yeah.
That's pretty suspicious.
It's not looking great, is it?
No.
So, according to Detective Ryan, Etta knew too much about the crime not to be involved in it. And with the investigating officers not having any other leads, they had no choice but to assume that she was at least an accessory. At this point... At this point, Etta volunteered to take 2 polygraph exams, and she passed both. But the officers then lied about her results, and instead she was booked as an accessory to murder after they claimed the results said she was telling a lie.
What? Why did they do that? I mean... Police trying to get a false confession.
I was having a huge chat with my dad about this the other day, because we were talking about the staircase case.
Yeah.
And
the fucking owl did it.
Exactly.
Bastard.
Like, there's a video of that case in particular where, because obviously the blood spatters are really difficult to understand because it's not from someone falling down the stairs, but the police were so determined to prove that she'd been beaten with something that the detective that was investigating it tried to like forensically analyze it by hitting a sponge soaked in blood, and it took like 170 attempts to get anything close to it, and you can watch them on the video fucking high-fiving after they get it. And it's like, I do understand that you've proved the thing you were trying to prove, but you are clearly not remaining unbiased here.
No, of course not.
What's the word where you're not on a side?
Impartial.
You're not remaining impartial if you're high-fiving when you've proven a point. That's not impartial.
That took
not
170 attempts to prove.
It was absolutely ridiculous. The only way that it could have created the blood spatter that they said it did is if he hit her from between his legs from this high and wiped the poke between each hit.
Yeah.
Obviously fucking not.
Yeah, but that fucking poke thing is fucked in itself because it wasn't there and then they just randomly find it in the fucking garage like 2 years later. It's really weird, but that whole series is mad. I've done a video on it. I'd love to do a podcast on it because obviously videos I only do for about 20 minutes and obviously podcasts we can just chat for however long we want.
There's a lot
but
to go through on that.
Yeah, I mean it's a 20 year fucking case. It's absolutely crazy.
So much to talk about as well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Maybe that could be our next thing. Maybe that could be the thing
maybe,
that we
but I'd quite like
because there is that theory that's a bit spooky.
Oh, there was Owlman.
Oi.
What?
So that's you spoilers.
I said it at the start.
Yeah, we'll delete it.
All right.
Anyone in the
For
live
the live viewers, I'm sorry.
Close your ears.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, scrub.
Get rid.
Yeah, scrub that from, what do they say in court? Scrub that from the records or whatever.
Yeah. Scratch that.
I don't get that. When someone says something incriminating or something, but it's not like in the evidence, and then the judge is like, jury, forget that.
Yes. Absolute bollocks.
Yeah. What's that? The dad molested the brothers. Scratch that, please. Forget about that. They're going to be free January 31st.
We've already decided, spoilers, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, we're going to do a podcast like 2 or 3 weeks before that trial, that rehearing.
Look at this.
Oh.
Brad says, spoilers for a 4-year-old documentary. You hate to see it.
There you go.
Just using my show on stream feature
But
there.
the thing is, right, that documentary is 12 hours long. A lot of people didn't get to the end of it.
Well, that's on them. That's on
It is.
them.
I've watched it twice.
What I think we should
why.
do, though, is the next hot true crime documentary that comes out, I think we should all watch it. All do.
The next sexy true crime documentary. But there's that John Benet Ramsey one that's on at the moment.
There is.
Not.
I did a John Benet Ramsey
That's
video
because it's
it was
new, not because.
I was going to say.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Here we are.
Some sussy stuff.
That's it. That's it. I did.
That's sexy, that's sussy.
My video on John Benet Ramsey was the link between her and Ghislaine Maxwell. Can't remember any of it, but I've done a video, so go watch it.
Is there?
But yeah, true crime. Really want to delve, because I think we could have a lot of interesting conversations about it, about the cases and stuff. Because I mean, true crime is just unfortunately incredibly interesting, and people have a morbid fascination. I say in unfortunately, because obviously it's morbid and people die, but it's just where we're at as a society, ladies and gentlemen. Don't have a go at me.
It's fascinating, though, isn't it? Because it's the lengths that some people could go to. Like, it's just it's fascinating to investigate that. It's obviously tragic and it's very sad for the victims and the families, etc. But it's the fascinating side of what the killer does.
Yeah,
that is why I think people like true crime.
Yeah, but the ones that I really hate to say the ones that fascinate me the most aren't the crimes of passion or anything like that. It is the legitimate fucking psychopath that is like just sat in jail being interviewed, and it's like, yeah, if I got out tomorrow, I will kill 4 people before I'm brought in the next day. It's like, okay, right, what's wrong with you? Actually, what's right with you is probably closer, but they're the fuckers that really, interest me. Like some of the fucking people Piers Morgan has sat opposite in that series, which, love or hate Piers Morgan, that series that he does or did is fucking excellent.
Yeah, it's either the psycho serial killers, or for me, it's that, or where like the justice system has completely failed someone.
No,
they're my 2 favourites.
Yeah, no, I hate that, because I just can't fathom like losing 35 years of your life. Like,
it's so bad, and it happens so frequently. And I feel like by talking about it and listening to it, you're constantly bringing attention to how dangerous the justice system can be.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's important to talk about.
Yeah, true. All I'll say is, if you're ever interviewed by the police, what I've learned from my history of researching true crime, if you're ever interviewed by the police, even if you had absolutely fuck all to do with it and you have the most solid alibi on the earth, do not say a fucking word until you have legal representation.
Mm-hmm.
I
Even
just
if you
wouldn't.
want to help.
Just fucking just don't, because
Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Just keep your mouth shut
Because
It doesn't matter how innocent you are. It will never be used against you that you asked for a lawyer.
No.
They'll try it, but anyone with the correct thought process is going to put together that is the right thing to do.
100%.
Because the justice system wants a conviction more than they want to convict the correct person. All they want is for someone to go to prison.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like me and you, right? We're partners, yeah? We live in the same house, blah, blah, blah. Let's say for some reason, somehow, God forbid, touch wood, we wake up tomorrow and you've been murdered, right? And it wasn't me.
The way you say that is so... You already sound guilty.
But,
no, you wake up,
but
you've
it
been
wasn't
murdered,
me.
right?
It was no, it actually wasn't me.
I don't believe you.
It wasn't me. Yeah, they are gonna instantly think it was me for a start, right? Fair enough. I see the logic. I am not going to say a fucking word, which might look worse, but I'm just not going to do it because I'm not going to fucking incriminate myself. I'm going to be like, I need a lawyer because I'm innocent and I've seen too many fucking interview videos. I know what you bastards are like. Get fucked. I want a lawyer.
But also,
But if you're innocent,
informatic.
yeah, you're telling me innocent people don't go to prison? Shut up,
Yeah, innit?
Detective Jeff, you prick.
Yeah.
But everyone's got a job to do. But everyone's got boxes to tick and quotas to hit as well.
Cheers.
Drink
I'll
that.
just need a psychic detective to come in and be like, beep, 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 beep. He's innocent. There you go.
And then
Why
she
is it
gets
calling
called
on
instead.
like Snake's phone on fucking Metal Gear Solid?
What?
Why does it sound like you're calling in from fucking Metal Gear Solid?
He's actually got an alien.
Snake! Snake! Dun, 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 dun. What a throwback.
Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the story.
Yeah, back to the psychic detective.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want to, message from Carrie in the chat. On next week's pod, the murder of Maya. What went terribly wrong?
Well, we've basically got a confession already.
Oh,
So,
God.
well, you wake up, you've been murdered, yeah?
This clip is getting fucking replayed on some true crime channels, isn't it?
Literally.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. My boyfriend murdered me.
No,
Can you
it wasn't
imagine
me.
the edit of this clip
I
if
know.
I actually got murdered? This is
Subscribe.
crazy. Honestly, it's actually worth it.
Innit?
This would go viral.
Yeah.
I'll do it for the team. 100 quid.
Fuck's sake.
100 quid.
100 quid.
I've got to spend it before I die, and that's going to be
That's it.
tonight. So,
Gonna hurry up
big
with it, yeah.
takeaway.
Fuck's sake.
By the
Can
same
you do
time-
me a favour? Absolutely do not die tonight because this is going to look terrible. This is really going to look bad.
Pressure's on, Maya.
No, it's all right. Kerry has bailed me out. Plot twist, it was Scott.
Well, honestly,
There you go. There you go.
I knew it. I knew it was
That's
I
actually
don't think
he's
I could
built
get
he's
there in
built
time.
a makeshift studio. That's not his bedroom. He's in an Airbnb in Norwich as
he's
we
in this
speak.
box.
It's green screen.
Yes, green
Scott?
screen. You just pull it down. You're in my kitchen. What the fuck?
He's
Jesus.
somehow in front of me. He's here.
Actually,
Anyway.
he could kill you via sidekick. Cool.
Right.
So,
Psychic.
If I die tonight, it
Okay.
wasn't Jordan. I
Thank
want to make
you.
that clear. We have a
Thank
very
you.
lovely relationship.
I was going to say blink twice to put a gun to your head.
Oh dear. It's all right not to get political, but Joe Biden's on an absolute pardoning spree. I've got it in the bag.
You are a big Biden fan, so
Here we go. Right, detectives.
so they
That are
faked
psychic.
the polygraph
Sorry.
result.
Yes,
And
naughty.
Etta was locked up in jail for 4 days. In this time, she was totally unaware of dramatic new developments happening in the case on the outside. Not that psychic, if you ask me. Where
where's your
officers,
powers gone, love?
officers had arrested
They put
3 young
Magneto's
men.
helmet on him.
Oh, shit. So officers had arrested 3 young men for Melanie's murder. And in the end, Etta was completely absolved of all wrongdoing and was found to have had no connection to the crime in any way. According to retired Detective Ryan,
Important.
Etta's vision was the key to cracking the case, and without it, it's possible the case would have never been solved at all, and the body would have never been found.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy, man.
Etta has no explanation for her sudden onset psychic abilities, but she has since assisted several people with solving crimes and helping them find evidence, because the abilities have stuck around. She did, however, in 1987, win a court case against the LAPD for false arrest, with her lawyer arguing that the detectives at the time surmised that a weekend in jail might scare Etta Smith into divulging the true source of her information.
That's mental. That has
Etta,
to be illegal.
It's got to be. Well, she ended up winning $26,184 in court.
In the 80s, that's all right.
Yeah.
The thing is, I do get that they lied about her polygraph and, you know, their intention was to put her in prison to scare her into a confession. However, I would argue they had enough evidence to put her in prison anyway. Or at least keep her for a bit. She knew where the body was and she tampered with evidence. I feel like that's pretty...
Yeah, so one of the things I read said that they think she knew who... They thought she knew who did it, and that she'd heard it from them where the body was, and that guilt had got the best of her.
Right.
But once they found the people that did it, she was later found to have no connection to them at all.
I hate to say this, and obviously this is just all, you know, allegedly. Yeah. I hate to say this, and this was my idea, this podcast
No,
topic
you're gonna
of stuff.
shit all over it.
No, but there is a part of me that thinks, actually, was she fucking in on this?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I know it's weird because she should have already seen this coming, being psychic and that. No, I'm taking the piss, but I feel like even if you are caught up in the guilt of knowing something that could lead to the conviction of the correct people, you could possibly think just outside of your head in a copper's mind for a second and think like, right, this bitch is telling me where the body is. She's been to the crime scene, touched the crime scene. Oh, it's not looking good for her. Why is she telling me all this? Yeah. I would have thought there would have been a morsel of, like, even a split-second thought, ooh, I might be incriminating myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
you'd
then
think...
it's a complete shock that they're like, you're a suspect, you bitch.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
What?
You'd think between her, the two daughters and the niece that she took on the little road trip to find the body, one of them would have probably gone, maybe we shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at least don't touch anything.
Why is there a group
Even
of
that's a little bit sus to me.
Yeah.
There's something else as
You
well.
could have an alibi, like she's taken two or three people that can basically back up the story that she tells.
But
Don't know.
it's also a fact that killers have a tendency to return to the scene of the crime.
Or was she dropping off the body? I'm telling you, she did it.
Allegedly.
I also don't understand how this psychic stuff works, obviously, because if I did, I'd probably be a millionaire. But it seems like she got the visions through just pure, I don't know, something paranormal.
Yeah.
And then she
There's the
had to
link.
go to the crime scene and touch the tyre tracks to figure the rest of the shit out.
Yeah.
That's the bit
Yeah.
that throws me
And
off.
also,
It's
the
kind of
fact
being
it then-
grounded to the energy.
yeah, the fact that she then, the ability then transferred over and now she can do it for other cases. If this was like
Maybe-
an isolated incident, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, but
that's
she might
weird.
have unlocked the ability.
She might have got the battle pass.
Maybe.
It's like Ricky
No,
Gervais
this is
and
the thing. We don't know
invention
how
of
it
lying.
works, though, because if she is legitimate, maybe she did unlock it. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
Bruce Banner being hit by the gamma rays. It just unlocked what was inside.
Oh yeah, that real story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comic book character.
It's
The
very much-
Hulk.
It's giving me That's So Raven vibes.
Jesus
Can't say I
Christ.
watched it. Was she
Maya
psychic?
Maya knows.
Yes.
That was kind of the premise
That's
of the show.
so Raven.
Was it?
Is the future I can see.
Oh
It's
my
like
That's
God.
feminist
it's
stuff,
so
isn't it?
mysterious
Really?
to me. Yeah.
I thought
And
she
her
was
brother
just a
moved
chick
into the
called
White House.
Raven.
See, yeah, big little Cody in the house. Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
so I think so. Something like that.
In
Corey
the,
in the
in
house.
the house. Corey in the house. And that is the
What,
White
the house being the fucking White
Yeah,
House?
because her dad was a chef and
Obviously.
he became the White House chef.
Mm-hmm.
and took the brother
Ah,
with
that
him.
is so.
She stayed back
Raven.
at college. You know, it was an entire thing.
All
It
right,
was cool. And she is psychic. And basically every episode she has a psychic vision, and it's just her preventing that psychic vision from happening. That's pretty much the entire concept of That's So Raven.
Hmm.
Mad.
But I think she just unlocked that one day. So it's kind of that.
So there we go.
sort of
That
vibe.
literally vindicates this woman.
She might actually. What was her name again? Raven.
This might even be
Imagine if
based
that
on
became
this. Who
part of
knows?
her defence.
Have
Have
you-
you
This
sorry,
is
Your
actually
Honour.
the spin-off.
That's So Raven. Have you seen it? Right. So, how can we not make me feel guilty for this?
Documentary That's So Raven.
Yeah. So what? Okay, right. Let's stop with the slander for a moment. What? That's a joke. We're not slandering anyone. What? No, put your hand down, Maya. What?
He's joking. Can't even
What
have a
other
laugh
things
anymore.
did she
I still
solve?
won't.
Do we have that information, Scott?
I have not been able to find any more cases of hers.
She's a one and doneer.
She apparently she has helped in other cases, but I can't find any reports on them. She's kind of kept that
Okay.
to herself since.
What? Oh, what
She
was
became
the
a
true
private
crime?
paranormal investigator.
A PPI.
She retired. Jordan, we watched a documentary within the last probably 2 years where they solved it.
Oh yeah.
Where it was a psychic that solved it. Or
Yeah.
did we watch a documentary about psychics where it followed a psychic that solved cases? Or did I watch this on my own?
You might have done.
No, it's
Oh.
sorry. No, it was
So right.
who's the Hollywood psychic?
Oh, that dude. Yeah, yeah,
He-
yeah.
Occasionally in his free time helps out crime cases.
That's fucking nice of him.
He's fantastic.
He
If
is
you're
cool.
gonna
He's the one
believe
that
that anyone
scribbles.
is a
He
psychic,
scribbles on fucking paper, doesn't he?
yeah, he's so good. There was this one story that he said, which is like the main story that I believe from any psychic ever. Was he was like 8 years old and his school teacher's mum was in hospital and she was really ill. And halfway through a lesson, he got up and walked up to her and said, "I'm really sorry about your mum passing." And at the end of that lesson, she got a phone call to say that her mum died like 15 minutes before. So there
Yeah.
was no way he could have known that. He was 8 years old, probably didn't even understand the concept of death. And he went up to her and told her that her mum had died before it had even happened, before she'd even found out about it.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It is crazy.
That's nuts. But yeah, he helps out with true crime cases, particularly missing persons cases, in his free time,
Yeah.
which
So
is cool.
I've just googled it, and Etta Smith did not continue as a professional psychic. She just
she
lent
went
hands
amateur.
when people approached her. You know, if people came up to her and tracked her down, as opposed to the other way around.
Okay.
So she wasn't necessarily doing it for fame.
That's good.
Or money.
You know, she didn't then go on to make this her
We
career.
love a humble queen.
You know, like other psychics that. could
That
be
lends
named.
credibility
Mm-hmm.
massively. I'm not being funny, but she put herself in real harm's way
She did.
to do this.
She absolutely did.
And it must have either been let's completely trust her on this. It must have been such an overwhelming experience for her to put herself in this much
Yeah.
risk, not only to go to the police with it, because naturally they're going to think that you're a suspect, but to also understand that you sound a little bit nuts and to go and find it yourself because
Yeah.
you're so convinced that it's real.
And then to find that, because it's one thing to believe it, or even to like see the visions be so vivid that you're like, fucking hell, that's a bit different. Like maybe this, you know, are these so vivid because it's real? That's one thing. But then to go and actually realise that what you have seen is real, that would be quite jarring, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I will say, as a general rule, if you've gone to the police station to report a crime, don't within the hour then go to the crime scene that they didn't know about.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know, if they've said we'll investigate it, give them a chance, give them a day to
Yeah, and
go
Do it
investigate
the other way
it.
round as well.
Yeah, go there
Like,
first and go, look, I found this body.
Yeah, if you don't trust the police, go there first so that you don't look so suspicious.
Yeah. But then it's like, it's tricky, isn't it? Because then it's like, oh, it's convenient that you found the body.
Yeah, I
But
guess
then you
Especially
can
if
play
it's
it
out
off
of
as,
the
I
way.
went for a nice walk and found this body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she could then be honest. She could be like, I had a psychic vision, thought it was ridiculous, thought I'd just go check just in case, didn't want to waste police time with it. There's your fucking body.
Yeah. So did they find the killer?
Yeah, so there was a group of 3 that killed Melanie. 3 young men, again, no relation or no.
Oh yeah, of
connection
course.
in any
Sorry,
way
you
to
did say.
Etta.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them were eventually locked up.
Yeah.
Also, so obviously it was a kidnapping, a beating, and rape that was done to Melanie when she was abducted.
Yeah.
Etta doesn't seem like the prime candidate for that.
Yeah.
Like
On her own.
Yeah.
on her own,
Of
it's
course.
kind of she doesn't fit the criteria of what I would assume
Yeah.
would
No.
do that.
But she could have most certainly been linked.
Yeah, she could have been
She could have been the one that
Yeah.
lured her away or something.
Yeah.
could have had a connection. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like, yeah. So interesting.
But she didn't.
Then. No,
So
that's very interesting.
Yeah, she was found innocent and won the
Yeah.
court case against that for.
Well, that's fucking
unlawful
crazy
arrest.
that they faked the results
That's so
to
bad.
try and scare her. You'd be livid, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But then again, you'd be like, oh dear, that's a lawsuit with some money. So yeah,
Lock me up.
that's it.
Do with 30 grand.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. Thank you for that, Scott. That's great. Really good case, interesting case. We will progress this into more true crime-esque stuff. That's not to say that we're not going to be doing ghost stuff. I kind of want to be looking at... so basically, we've been playing, although Lozzie hasn't joined us yet, we've been playing Phasmophobia. There you go, Loz.
I haven't.
You can get it on
It's on
Xbox now.
Xbox.
Nice.
16 squids.
So we've been playing it on stream and also as Patreon exclusive content. And Phasmophobia is like a ghost hunting simulator, and it's got I think it's got 24 different types of ghosts and demons on it. I would like, not in like concurrent episodes, but I would like to do some episodes where we go into those different types of ghosts, not within the game, but within culture and ancient history and things like that. So, because I know for a start that the jinn
Yeah.
has an incredibly fascinating history in, I believe, the Muslim faith, amongst others. So, yeah, I think that would be a really cool little mini-series within the podcast. Nothing like official, like, this is episode 1 of The Ghost Files. It's just like, okay, so today we're going to be looking into the history of this, this, and this. And then we'll just slowly make our way through the list. But like I say, not in concurrent episodes. And then we're also going to do conspiracies, because you guys really liked the conspiracy episode last week, which is awesome. And conspiracies are just a lot of fun and a good laugh, and terrifying sometimes. And then also, yeah, the true crime stuff. Okay, right. Patreon question of the day. So, anyone in the live chat, would you like to ask a question? It can be absolutely anything. It can be true crime, conspiracy, paranormal, or it can just be like, what's your favourite McDonald's order? I really don't mind. Okay. While we're waiting for that, if no one wants to ask a question, I will go and get it from the actual Patreon page itself. While we're waiting for that, we've got a couple of interesting locations potentially in the pipeline. I say potentially because we're in talks, you know, we're finding out prices, we're finding out dates and stuff. But we currently have on our radar a prison. Very, very interesting. A lighthouse and a old theatre. So with a stage, so not like a cinema, but like a stage theatre.
Theatre.
So that's really exciting. And I know that I personally, and this isn't to bring up negatives at all, I personally thoroughly enjoyed going back to the Maid's Head and going back to 30 East Drive and going back to the church that me and Maya went to originally.
And the Ram.
Was that?
And the Ram.
And the Ram, technically, at the start of the year as well. But I know it did have some criticism from a few people saying, oh, you're just going back to the same places. There's many reasons for that. A, we know that we can get those locations. B, we know they're great locations. And C, it's awesome for me personally because I'm all about growth. Not from like a subscriber standpoint, but from like a personal standpoint, personal growth. It's great for me to like compare, you know, a location that we did a number of years ago and then how much we've improved and stuff like that. And also to compare, you know, stuff that we get in the investigations as well. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're going back to the same places. So these 3 locations, they are entirely new. So if we get them, which we're trying to get in ASAP, they should be fun places to go. Okay, right. So we've got 2 questions that are quite similar. So I'm going to blend them to make the options bigger. So we've got this one from Brad that says, if you could interview any serial killer, alive or dead, who would you interview? And then we've got Kerry who says, if you could interview any paranormal being, which one and why? So I'm going to put those 2 questions together. So if you could interview any serial killer or paranormal being, which would it be? What would it be? Who would it be? What are you thinking? Because I'm thinking like...
Paranormal being, what does that mean?
So like a demon, a ghost,
Uh-huh.
a goblin, a fairy, a pixie,
A girl.
a ghoul.
We've got one of them
That's
on
it.
the podcast.
That's it.
Speak to me all the time.
Or if you've got a serial killer and a paranormal entity, then answer both. Serial killer. I mean,
I've got an answer.
okay.
I don't think this would be my answer. Am I allowed to give that? So I want some more time to think about it, but I've just
Okay.
seen it on Google and I think it's a good answer, but I don't think it's
You
my
Googling
answer.
the answer.
Well,
Yeah,
I
go
can't
on.
think of any. The Zodiac Killer, because then we'd find out who it is.
I think it's just been confirmed that it was that big guy that everyone thought it was.
Yeah, but how could they
Ted
possibly?
Cruz.
That Zodiac. No, it's not Ted Cruz. That Zodiac killer documentary was huge. That was so fucking good. But yeah, definitely the Zodiac killer is fucking. That'd be mental.
Yes.
But I'd like to interview. I would like to interview if we could interview a serial killer, dead or alive, one that was captured or not, like the Zodiac killer that wasn't. I'd want the interview to be honest. I wouldn't want to interview the Zodiac killer, but him be like, "It wasn't me. I'm not the Zodiac." I'd want it to be like, "Yeah, it was me, and I did it because of this."
I've got my answer.
I think the one for me, serial killer, inspired by your answer, Maya, Jack the Ripper, because no
Nice.
one knows who that fucker was, and because of the period, we'd bring him to modern time, and he'd be like, "It was I, Jack the Ripper."
Or she.
Me, it was I, Jack the Ripper, Jacqueline. Me.
Jacqueline.
That's how everyone spoke in Victorian times. See? Everyone was
Spanish.
Waluigi. Waluigi.
That was him stabbing. by the
Oh
way.
yeah, for the audio listener, sorry. That was a stabbing noise. And as for an entity, I think just straight up a demon.
Yeah.
Horns the fucking lot. You know? Fire breathing.
Because if you did learn of the existence,
Damnation.
That's it. If you learn of the existence of a demon, it then potentially proves all the stuff about God and heaven.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
See, I'd
True.
go one step further
Oh.
with paranormal
It
entity,
become a demon.
and I would go for God in the
Ooh.
sense
He's gone for... See that? I like that, Scott. You brought it full circle. We're back on the fucking big sausage. The big dog. We said something
is
about big
so-
sausages at the
We
start of the
did, we
episode.
did.
The jumbo battered sausage,
That's it,
otherwise
yeah.
known as God.
Big chorizo.
of, I think, because
God.
Shamaloy!
Do you know what? That didn't even
on
cross my
premise,
mind.
if he doesn't turn up, that answers one question.
Oh, that's it.
But
Or
if he
she.
does turn up, or if they turn up, it turns up, whatever you want to refer to.
Utter woke nonsense.
It's they.
That's it.
It's they them.
Say them.
If the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit turns up,
Yeah, God just perches down.
The mother, the daughter. all
He's just,
that.
like, he's just like, I am God, they, them. Thank you, Lord, for clarifying your pronouns. We will now continue.
God, if anyone's going to sign off their email with pronouns, it's definitely God.
yeah.
Oh,
Yours
dear.
sincerely, God, they, them.
And if we're going serial killer, then I would probably go for the Kentucky Cannibal.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
love chicken.
Like the story.
Who's the Kentucky cannibal?
Colonel Sanders.
Nice.
It's a guy from the 1860s who was essentially known for eating people.
Ah,
Yummy.
right.
Hung.
Nice.
He was hung.
He was hung.
Wait, another big sausage.
So I don't know why I took it there. I apologise to everyone.
Big
at home.
sausage came up 3 times this pod.
Hanged. I got corrected on that. I said that someone was hung, and the comment was like, "You mean hanged?" All right.
No,
you
I meant he had a
morbid
massive willy.
Little... Yes,
so
all right, you morbid little fucker. Jesus Christ.
He was fucking hung.
It's actually spelt hanged and pronounced hanged. All right.
All right, he was hanged like a donkey then.
All right, Mr. Fucking asphyxiation, masturbation, kink guy. Fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a
think-
great one. So you got God and the Kentucky murderer cannibal butcher.
Yeah, one of them.
What was your one, Mara? I bet you forgot.
No, I didn't.
What was it?
Me. My one is Ted Bundy because I would like to see if he's as charming as everyone made out that he was.
I would like to see
because
that.
I don't think he's anything special. Like, everyone talks about the reason that Ted Bundy was such a, air quote, successful serial killer was because he was so attractive and so charming.
But
He looks like a serial killer.
yes, but
He's got a
You-
monobrow.
but
Jesus.
he did seduce and kill women, so he must have been, pretty
but-
charming and seductive.
Let's see if he does it to me.
Also, great resemblance to Zac Efron, which
That's it.
I feel like that's harsh on Zac Efron.
So,
Brad says he was hot for that time period.
and Brad
Really?
is the go-to on this subject.
Just Google Ted Bundy and look at the picture that comes up on the
Hey,
home
hey,
screen.
hey,
on
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you might be looking at like the crime, like the police photograph of him where he's obviously been beaten the fuck out of
Nah, this is just him in a living room
with his sausage fully out.
Fuck.
with his willy out.
Will
Lars,
we
what's
ever be
your
taken
answer?
seriously in this industry?
We're talking about which serial killers we should interview.
Oh,
Right, new question. Which serial killer has the biggest willy?
oh, Jesus. There it is. There it is. No, I would interview a vampire like the movie Interview with a Vampire. Great fucking movie, by the way. Bit long. Great movie, though. Didn't need the
Who's it got in
Antonio
it?
Banderas.
There's already a
But-
vampire in it.
What do you say?
There's already an actual vampire in it.
True.
What?
Tommy Cruise.
That's it.
Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. Lestat.
Oh, yeah, it's that film.
Interview with the Vampire. Really good.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone not answered? Lozzie, what's your answer?
I've given a serial killer answer.
What was your paranormal answer?
I agreed with Demon.
Oh, yeah, Demon, yeah.
Got two in my mind. One I can't remember. Actually, no. Fuck it. Two. Both of them I can't remember the name of.
Excellent.
Sick.
I think we've done a video on them both, though, between me and you, Jordan. So
Right.
the first one, although I don't actually necessarily think he was a serial killer, was the guy who... I want to say Joe Metheny.
Oh, the hamburger
The
killer.
Burger Man.
Yeah. Did he kill multiple people? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he ground them into mincemeat and sold them as burgers to
Yes.
people.
And also did some very questionable art whilst inside
Yes.
prison. I'd like to just perhaps interview him for a couple of questions if there was any sanity or, I don't know, possible conversation you could have with him. The other one was the murder. I can't remember his name, but I know he was active in the Andes. He was like a massive...
Oh, yeah.
Something Lopez or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be probably a good... Just because from a numbers standpoint.
Yeah,
you
didn't
know.
he kill like
Pedro Lopez?
Pedro Lopez. Didn't he kill like 2,000 people, or have I just made that up?
It says on Wikipedia 300 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, 300.
That's still
and,
quite...
and I'm pretty sure he was just released from prison. He's out there somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
He was
Released in
released in
98.
1998 for good behaviour.
Yeah. So there
And
it
more
is.
than
There we
20
go.
years since, his whereabouts remain unknown.
I think
Yeah.
when you get to 200 people, good behaviour's gone out the window.
Yeah.
I don't
Has
think you
anyone
can make
checked
it back.
the
I'm pretty
anti-venom
sure.
for this month?
I think he killed 300 people. This is pulling this out of my arse from memory. I think he killed 300 people and got 16 years and got out on good behaviour.
He killed 240 adults and 50 children.
Oh.
He didn't even spend 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
And he was released in 1998 for good
Yeah.
behaviour. More than 20 years since, his whereabouts remain unknown.
Fucking
That's incredible.
unreal. That
Like,
is.
he literally got a year per, 19 people he killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I'll tell you actually who I would like to interview, which again goes back to a video you guys have done, is Peter Stumpf,
That was another one.
Better
the werewolf of Medberg.
Nice.
Little
All
Jeffrey
I remember-
Dahmer action.
Yeah.
It'd be a good one.
All I remember about Better Stumpf was we did that video, Lozzie. You came round to the apartment. It was one of the first times you were allowed to have someone round after COVID.
Yeah.
Hate COVID, man.
I think that's one of the ones I wrote the
been
script
there.
for, wasn't it? Or wrote the history for.
Yes, you did. You also wrote the who's the wrestler?
Chris Benoit.
The Chris Benoit video as well.
Yes.
Actually, he'd be an interesting interview, but he's not quite a serial killer.
Yeah. That's mad. In that fucking McMahon documentary, when they're just like him and Stone Cold Steve Austin and a couple of others just flat out denying that fucking head trauma in wrestling causes like damage.
Yeah.
So what the
Would
fuck?
he not be classed as a serial killer?
He only
Chris
killed 3 people, I think.
I think it's
fine.
but no, I think it's classed as familiar side because it was his family
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay.
And himself.
and himself. Yeah.
It doesn't really count. It doesn't really count as murder. does
If
it?
you kill, because it's 3 people, you're classed as a serial killer. If you kill 2 people and yourself, does that count? Life hack. Fastest way to become a serial killer.
And not have to go to prison.
I also don't know if it counts if you do it in one go.
Oh, you
Right.
need a little bit of
I
breathing
think to be a
space.
serial killer, it has to be serial as opposed to one mass action.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because I guess you're like a mass,
Just a mass murderer else.
murderer.
Yeah, because you're not a serial killer if you commit a mass shooting, for example.
You're a mass murderer.
But if you did like 3 mass shootings, you would be a serial mass shooter.
Has that ever happened? Because they normally
they
get
get
gunned
caught,
down
yeah.
before they fucking leave, don't they?
Yeah, because generally, if you're doing a mass shooting, you're not there to get away with it. You're there because you're having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
So you're not there in the interest of getting away with it.
They must murder at least 3 people at one time for mass murder, or 3 separate occasions for a serial killer.
3 separate occasions.
I feel like that's so low, though. Like, when you think of serial killer, I'm looking at like 15 plus. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Did that last week.
Yeah, 3. Like, if you're 3 and done, that does feel like a weak entry into the serial killer.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Like, you can't be put in the same category
Who the
as
fuck are
Pedro
these
Lopez if you've only killed 3 people.
Yeah.
Like, that's low.
You're in the
You're
relegation.
just a murderer. Yeah, innit?
You're nowhere near the Champions League.
This is unreal.
You're Sunday League at best.
I can't believe what's happening right now. I feel
Oh,
sick.
I didn't answer my paranormal entity. Oh, I've got a good one. I would interview an angel
Ah.
to see if they are angels as we imagine them, or to see if they are biblically accurate angels,
Oh, yeah,
which
they're
are
fucking
fucking
scary.
terrifying.
Yeah.
They're like wheels.
What?
They literally are. Honestly, Google biblically
image
accurate angels.
biblically accurate angel. It's essentially a
Is this
UFO.
going to be an actual photograph?
Yeah. Biblically, fucking hell. Biblically.
Biblically.
Biblical.
Biblically.
Is that right? Biblically.
Biblically.
Biblically accurate
Yeah,
angels. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
literally wheels.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? They're like eyes and shit.
How the
Yeah.
fuck did it go from that to someone just having wings?
Isn't it?
I
Like
know,
a beautiful human with wings. But it's
Do you know
actually
who
just
God's most beautiful
a
angel
sphere.
was?
Maya.
Satan.
Satan.
Same thing, really.
So you just said the same thing twice.
Fuck's sake. Oh dear. Well, I hope that answers your questions, Bradley and Gary. Thank you so much. Helping us get the pod to over an hour, doing God's work. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who has joined us live. Thank you to everyone who's listening, who's watching. If you want to join us live, you can become a patron. Okay, shirts are on sale. We've got the Damnation design coming very soon. Very, very soon. I should be getting the designs through the day these go out. So this episode goes out. So yeah, it's going to be a front and back. Our first front and back. We've got a nice little like red and black drip for the center, and then Damnation on the back. I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's going to be a fucking epic shirt. Going to be a limited run as always. I'm thinking 20 of them.
20?
I'm thinking 20. We might extend the run afterwards, but I'm thinking initially the first run at least. I was thinking 20 is cool. I like it.
20's a nice number, isn't it?
It is.
Makes them more bespoke.
They're just exactly. It's a bit more special.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys as always for bringing the heat. Bailey, unfortunately, will no longer be joining us. Nah, he will. I'm only joking.
Pranked.
Wee, pranked by the Prank Patrol. See you next week.
Cameras
drop,
everywhere.
Drippity drop, drip. Drippity drip. Also, sorry. No, live audience. I don't
Fucking
know
mug.
Well, I'm now going to stop the recording. Live audience, if this kicks you out, it's been emotional. Thank you so much. We'll see you all next week.
Gen Z heart.
There we go.
I'm young like you lot.